Noyeka Productions, Inc. presents Life's That Way by Jim Beaver, performed by Jim Beaver. For my girl, Cecily April Adams, and our girl, Madeline Rose Beaver. Introduction. Announcing your plans is a good way to hear God laugh. Al Swearingen in HBO's Deadwood, as written by David Milch. In the dog days of 2003, we heard no hint of laughter. Indeed, God seemed to smile most beamingly on the plans underway in our little household. Family, careers, home, and security all were shaping up just as we had hoped, dreamed, and yes, planned. After a couple of decades toiling unnoticed in the not-so-trench-like trenches as a character actor, I was suddenly starring as the lovable prospector Ellsworth on what was about to become the critically acclaimed television program Deadwood. My wife, Cecily Adams, the daughter of TV legend Don Adams, Get Smart's Maxwell Smart, had her own fan following as Ishka, the beloved Moogie of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And she was simultaneously ensconced as one of television's most respected casting directors, responsible for such shows as Third Rock from the Sun and That 70s Show. I was in the home stretch, finishing a long, aborning book on the life of TV Superman George Reeves, and Cecily was traveling the world, making public appearances at science fiction fan conventions. More important, we were the proud parents of Madeline Rose, a delicious 2-year-old we had struggled through horrifically difficult fertility treatments to conceive. Granted, most of the horror and difficulty were Cecily's. We were building our dream house, just a block from Cecily's studio office, and she would be able to walk home to see her baby at lunch every day. The house was taking shape to Cec's most detailed and tasteful design. Life, family, home, and career. We had it all. And then the roof fell in. In less than 2 months, our child was diagnosed as autistic, and Cecily, a non-smoking health nut, learned she had lung cancer at age 45. What followed was a whirlwind of terror, pain, and sorrow. But what accompanied those horrors was another whirlwind, a whirlwind of love and generosity and unfathomable human kindness, and of wondrous gifts and invaluable lessons for living. In a tale that seemed bent on rivaling Job's, the sheer drive of the human spirit toward life ultimately overwhelmed the narrative. Upon learning the facts of Cecily's illness, I spent 14 hours on the phone that first day with family and friends, delivering the news and explaining what we expected the future to hold. Knowing I could not devote such time every day, I set out to write a nightly email letter. At first, it simply encapsulated the day's treatment and any news or change in prognosis. Soon, however, the newsletter mutated into a journal of our experiences as a family. Initially, I sent out the email to 100 or so friends and family members. Very quickly, and to me quite astonishingly, people began to forward the emails to others. Many of those people then forwarded them to still others, until the circle of people receiving and following the journal far exceeded those we knew personally. Based on feedback I received from readers, I estimate that in less than a month, more than 4,000 people worldwide were reading my nightly writings. I was aware that some phenomenon was occurring with the journal, that something about the way I had opened up myself and our lives and invited people to take the intimate journey with us had registered with many souls. I also discovered an amazing gift, the astonishing healing power of the written word, for myself and for others. I continued writing on a nightly basis until the following October, completing my journal exactly 1 year after starting it. The result is a written journey through shock and terror, as well as an examination of intense love and the goodness of our fellow man that still boggles my mind. This book, then, is that journal. Oh, not all of it. The uncut version is considerably longer than Moby Dick. But this condensed version is no adaptation.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?